Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. What is your most valuable asset? Most people have no clue what their most valuable asset is. The number one answer would be real estate, my house, right? It's what you work all your life for, paying that 15, 20, 30-year mortgage off, right? Sometimes you refinance it, get that second mortgage, and it extends even further. So most people think that that's the most valuable asset that they own, but or is it your crypto, or is it your silver, or your gold, or your stocks, your bonds, or some other hidden asset that you have? And most people don't know. It's really astonishing that people just don't know the fundamentals of how to act in commerce. And of course, due to a public education of being programmed, institutionalized, dumbed down, most people don't know. If you caught the little thumbnails, we have a live trust workshop every Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And I will not make it this Saturday, tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I've been working so much. Days are being confused. But yeah, 7 p.m. I will not be there, sadly. I have a gig at the Hilton Americas. Tonight I will be at the Hobby Center doing the out for Bernadette Peters. So I'm a busy man. I'm always trying to work, always trying to hustle, always trying to make that coin. So anyway, this is Ann's workshop. It's only available in Telegram. The link to join is in the description below. Again, it's every Saturday at 7. It's free. Invite as many people as you want. And fixed up a few specials for you in February. 5-book series. Introduction to Trusts. 101 Trust Letters. Manager Trust. Trust Accounting. And Understanding the Pour-Over Will. Those are 5 books that are foundational for you to set up and operate whatever type of trust you would like. Again, I've left this open for you guys. So if you want to do a revocable trust, irrevocable trust, a foreign trust, an asset protection trust, marital trust, dynasty trust, I can go on and on and on down the list. But these are the deals that we have assimilated for you guys. And here's another one. Ann's having fun with AI, as you can tell. And then still, this offer is good until I don't see why I should stop it. But if you want the Ann LeFlore's original On Trust book that has the 7 trusts in it, or the specialty trust book, either one. If you want the soft cover book, it's just $1 silver dollar. I'll take a Peace dollar, a Morgan dollar, or an American Eagle. And you can get any 2 ebooks for the same silver dollar. Reason I'm doing this is because I have more inventory coming of the other 13 books that Ann has published, and I need to make room for inventory purposes. That's why we are running these specials. That was this original right there. Now, the most valuable asset you own. I don't see anybody over here in the comments putting what they think it is. Tell me over here in the comments what you think your most valuable asset is. Because most people just don't have a clue. Anybody? It's your signature. Your signature gets you into contracts. It also creates aliases. And I know you're like, what? What's he talking about? Right? What am I talking about? Well, you went and signed up to go get a new cell phone or new cell phone service. But the person that you're dealing with, the salesperson, they don't know jack shit. So they're going to abbreviate your name because they don't want to write out your middle name like mine, Pleasant. So they're just going to put a P. And they may leave off my suffix, the fourth. So I would be Floyd P. Tarvin. Well, to my knowledge, never in the history of the world has there been a person born and assigned the name Floyd P. Tarvin. Doesn't exist. That's an alias created by some moron, basically. And because you signed your name to it, you accepted it. And you've been doing this throughout your life. I did it too, out of ignorance. We didn't know any better. We saw that form and it said middle initial. You just like, okay, middle initial. That's what's on my social security card, right? Unless you did your change. Now your name's in full, like mine, Floyd Pleasant Tarvin IV, and not a middle initial. And I've told you folks over and over and over again, there's two accounts. There's the one created at birth with your full name. Then there's the other one on the federal level that they create with your middle initial. That's the one you access the IRS with. That's why on all the IRS forms, it says middle initial. Doesn't have a place for your middle name, does it? Nope. So you have to correct this. If you don't, you're going to continue to operate in this duality, trilaterally, however that looks, with all these different aliases. I had to go change my name back to Floyd Pleasant Tarvin IV because, I accepted all these different aliases. I haven't signed my name, Floyd P. Tarvin or Floyd P. Tarvin IV. So I had to go back and correct all that. That's why I tell everybody, the name change is, if you're in the right jurisdiction, it's the perfect opportunity for you to go in and correct the record. Because that's what they're going to ask you. Why do you want to change your name? Well, honor my mother, my father, my creator, and to correct the record. Because I've allowed the record to become muddied, clouded, okay? Where you don't know who's who anymore because there's this guy F. Tarvin, there's this guy F.P. Tarvin, there's this guy F. Tarvin IV, F.P. Tarvin IV, Floyd P. Tarvin IV, Floyd Pleasant Tarvin IV, F.P. Tarvin IV. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, all these different iterations that people have created for me, not me creating an alias because I'm trying to get out of something. That's the least of what I want to do, is get out of something, because if I signed a bona fide contract, then I meant that. So it's going to be very important for you in the future to look at all this and clean all this up, because I don't know. I'm just going to continue to beat a dead horse with that. So I'm not even going to go there anymore. You're going to see me do a lot less videos simply because I don't know what else to tell you folks. I don't know. I can't, I already know what's coming. I already know what's here. I already know what they're doing. I've told you over and over and over and over and over. Artificial intelligence is freaking anything but artificial. It's going to take over the government. It's going to take over the world. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it, because the United States military is backing it. The United States government is backing it, and it's coming. So you need to make sure that when you're signing your name, that you have all intents and purposes of entering into that contract and honoring that contract, whatever it is, what kind of ever contract it is. Even if it's somebody say, hey man, can you pick me up some milk after work today? That's a contract. No, do it yourself. Or sure, would you like me to pick up anything else while I'm there? That's the counteroffer. As simple as that. You do it all day long, every day. Sometimes somebody's going to walk over the piece of paper and say, here, will you put your name to that? If you're in the right jurisdiction, an oral agreement is static in law, which means it's good to go as long as you have a witness that documented that, oh, yeah, they agreed to that. Absolutely. So number one asset you own is not your real estate. Trust me. Do not pay your HOA fees. Do not pay your property taxes. Do not pay your school taxes. Don't pay your sewage. And see what the city or the county or the state does. They will foreclose it and they will sell it on the first Tuesday of the month because it's theirs. It's not yours. Even when you pay it off, you're going to get your deed. It's going to say tenant because you didn't do everything properly up front when the whole legal fraud process of real estate occurred. I've tried to explain this to everybody. In Texas, I can only speak on Texas, okay? A real estate agent, a licensed real estate agent is the one who fills out the application. Now, if that application has to be amended in any way, the real estate agent who's licensed cannot amend it. Only a licensed bar attorney can amend the contract once it's written. Did you know that? Not the buyer's agent, not the seller's agent, or if they're even the same. Not the title company, not the notary, not the title insurance company. You see how all these people, they got their little finger in the pie? Because it's legal fraud, basically, where the word go. If you buy your property outright, it's yours, 100%. There shouldn't be no encumbrances from the state, county, or city, whether or not that's yours. Should be no debate. And when you want to sell it, you should be able to just like, okay, here, I put it in an LLC or I put it in a trust. And here, let me trade it to you for gold. I write you a bill of exchange and a receipt, and we did our business. Now you just go file with the county recorder and tell them, okay, hey, I own this property now. I'm the deed holder. I'm the record owner. But that's not how the system works, because the system works to steal your property. And we've allowed our government to do this to us. And we continue to allow it to metastasize. And I promise you, if you think the political parties are going to come save your ass, you're sadly mistaken. They're going to come rape you and take everything from you. And you're going to like it because you have no other choice. This is what's coming. And I don't want to be the fear guy. I just want you to be prepared and see what's on the horizon. That this is going, the United States is going to be a surveillance state. It may not be as locked down as China, but you're going to see a lot happening. And these political parties, the Democrats, Republicans, they're the same cesspool of turds. It doesn't matter who comes in there with a new voice, a fresh new platform, and they promise you all this political rhetoric. Once they get in there, they cannot make a change. Just look at RFK Jr. You can go to your grocery store, you can go to your convenience store, and it's still full of plastic packages, cardboard boxes, full of chemicals, full of dyes, stuff you can't even pronounce. Bioengineered ingredients, still. Already had a year down. That's not going to change. Why wasn't there an investigation into any of the big three who did the not going to be? All this is on purpose, folks. And remember, I want you to remember this. 270 million people went and stood in line for that. After everybody told them, don't do that, they went back for seconds. 240 million of those 270 million went back for seconds, if not thirds, fourths, fifths. So this is the level of intelligence that we're dealing with your fellow man here in the United States. I look at everybody as a box of rocks, sadly. First, I look at their physique. Do you respect yourself enough to keep yourself in shape, to diet, to focus on your health, or are you slovenly, obese, don't care, just living this life, happy as a rat in a cheese factory? Because your self-worth tells me everything. I don't care how much money you have, how many investments you have, how hot your wife or your husband is. I don't give a crap all that. I'm going to look at you. You can't take care of yourself because you were created in God's image. Is God 5'5", 420 pounds? Could be. I would doubt it very seriously. So make sure that when you're listening to people, you're listening to the right people. You're not listening to a bunch of fucking hopium. And I got caught up in the crypto hopium. And we've watched crypto crash. And I'm done listening to other people. I'm going to trust my gut instincts and I'm going to invest. And I don't care what the asset is. If it's making me money, boom, I'm going to sell it when it's hot and move into another category. I'm going to diversify my portfolio. That's what you should be thinking about. This year, 2026, my goal is to have a piece of property as a PREIT. If you're not familiar with what a PREIT is a private real estate investment trust, where you can buy into this trust as a shareholder, an equity partner, or actually an inhabitant for this property that's off-grid, self-sustainable, to where, I don't want to pay property taxes, no HOA, no sewage, no trash, no utilities, no rent, no lease, nothing. Where you can live off the land. You can enjoy life. You don't have to worry about what the fuck else is going on elsewhere in the big cities or anything. Because you're growing your own produce, you're raising your own livestock, and you're bartering with your neighbors. You have duck eggs, geese eggs, quail eggs, chicken eggs, because you're raising all this type of poultry and fowl. So you're selling off your excess. You're storing what you need for harder times, harsher times. That's my goal. That's where I want to be. I want to be out of this matrix. I'm just done with it all. I'm done with the traffic. I'm done with the stupidity. I'm done with the illegal immigrants. Nothing's going on with that. I'm surrounded by illegal immigrants. Surrounded. The illegal immigrants have run the blacks out of the apartments that I live around. This is not the ghetto anymore. It's the barrio. And they brought their little third world country with them, and they don't give a fuck what their environment looks like or their community. They're not community people. All they're doing is coming here and dropping babies as much as they can and get as much assistance as they can and as many cash jobs as they can. And then once those kids become U.S. citizens, well, they can go get a real job, a real career. And you're interacting with them on a daily basis. You just don't know it. Construction industry, the illegals took that over. So think real and hard about what your assets are, how valuable they are, when to diversify, when to accumulate, when to divest. I'm not here to give you legal or financial or medical or friendly advice. I encourage everybody to go do it on your own. There's very few of the people on social media that you can trust. I mean, seriously. I've been through all of this shit. The hopium get rich quick schemes. I've been through dozens of them. Participated in a lot of them my own self to vet them. I have people approaching me, hey, man, put so-and-so on your show. They got this process and, really? Again? I don't know anybody. Listen, folks, I don't know anybody. I don't care who they are. And I'll challenge them to this. Who has a process, and I don't care what it is, whether it's a credit card, mortgage, discharge debts, pay bills, discharge car loans, get free cars, whatever that looks like. Okay. I've been doing this a long fucking time. And I know most everybody in this category. I can call them on my cell phone. And nobody has a process that's 100% bulletproof, that it works every fucking time. Doesn't matter who's doing it, whether I'm doing it, you're doing it, your grandma's doing it. Doesn't matter. It works. Period. End of story. Bulletproof. Nothing's going to shut it down. It works consistently like a debit card. As long as there are credit on accounts in that bank account for that debit card, the point of sale system at the Walmart is operable. There's no operator error in there. You're going to get your goods and services every time without question, right? You're going to get your bill of exchange, your receipt, and go, oh, great. And then there's going to be that time you hit it and you're like, uh-oh, insufficient funds. Like, oh, damn, ran out of credits. Didn't work. Nobody has that bulletproof process. Most of these people want to teach you all this wild finagle shit. Oh, you got to set up a trust, and then you got to do all this litigation. Is that really what you want to do? Tie up the next year of your life litigating in court for a bill that, you entered a contract. Now you want to act in dishonor and get all sideways with them. And do you have a right to? Yeah, that's your choice. You have to pick your battles, because you're probably not going to win the war. You might win a few battles, but you're up against a nameless, faceless organization who very seldom will send you an acknowledgement telling you, oh, you did this incorrectly, or you did this wrong, or you need to change this, or you need to do this. How many times does that happen? Where you keep sending this stuff and nothing's working. You and James sat down, did it side by side, used the same color ink, same print, same everything. Actually, you filled out mine too, just like yours. Both sent them off. You got results. I didn't. I've been through all these processes. I've listened to all these folks, blah, 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 blah. I swear, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. I swear to God, okay, if I had a source of income, or I was wealthy enough to retire and have Social Security take care of me, or I had a pension or a 401k where I didn't have to work anymore, I guarantee you I would not be on social media selling anything. I would abandon trust. I would abandon the trust books. I'd abandon all that, and I would go live my life happily ever after and not look back. Because the last thing I want to do is debate somebody in some social media platform about anything. What the fuck would I want to do that for? I want to go live life happily ever after. I want to enjoy my life, what little bit we may have left. Most people don't know that. So I went and found serenity in Puerto Rico for 3 weeks, and and I want that back so bad. I don't want to have to go out and fight traffic to go to the damn grocery store. It's insane. And all they're doing is packing more people in these bigger cities. And they're going to be more and more and more. I sitting here cleaning up jack shit. I'm in the fourth largest city in the country. The fourth largest city in the country, where 50% of the population is below the poverty level. You know why? They're illegal immigrants. Because they don't have a reported income, because they work for cash. I mean, the lunacy and stupidity of the whole thing is just insane. This is why I tell you, folks, AI is coming, and it's coming to take over, and it's going to take over. It has to. There's no other way about it. Just go read the America AI plan from July 2025, and you're going to see that, it's nothing's getting in the way. Nothing. Nobody. No country, no city, no county, no state, no law enforcement. Nobody. Not litigation, not the courts, not even the fucking Supreme Court's going to get in the fucking way. Go read it. That's the plan all these Q-tards wanted you to trust. Now it's here. Now you're like, that's not the plan. Well, what is the fucking plan? You see what's going on with Epstein? All these people are being exposed as fucking pedophiles. All of them. You see any accountability? Nope. What did Trump say? Oh, it's just a hoax. Y'all are still talking about the Epstein? Of course we're still talking about Epstein, fool. Because you're in it. You're neck deep. If not, over your head. Sorry, bro. But, hey, at one time, yeah, we all liked young girls back when we were young. I can't even imagine dating a 20-year-old, much less a teenager. What the fuck are we going to talk about? I can't even talk to people my own age because they're so stupid. Imagine me trying to talk to a teenager or a 20-year-old and have some kind of intellectual conversation. Because it's not about the conversation. It's all about the abuse. And you're never going to see any accountability. These people are not going to prison. They're not going to Gitmo. They're not going to be hung, executed, life without paroles. I'm sorry, man. Let's just be real and blunt about the whole thing. They're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. End of story. I don't care how much, I don't care how many people bark. Talk about, oh yeah, if I get in there, I'm going to make a change, Gambongino. Didn't even last a year. Got washed out. Your most valuable asset, your own signature. Remember that. Not the cash in your pocket. It's not your bank account. It's not that house that you're never going to own unless you do the right things. Most people don't even want to go study and learn how to take their mortgage back. But that's a whole nother thing. If you want to learn about all this stuff, we teach all this stuff. I have guests on my show that talk about this. Most people don't want to listen. I know I'm being shadow banned heavily. And I'm not tripping. That's why I tell y'all, I don't worry about subscribers, likes, and all that stuff. But I'm not going to continue to talk about the same thing just day after day after day after day after day until somebody listens. It's coming. This is a different way of life. I talk to people my age, and we're just dumbfounded that this is what the end of our life looks like. I've got people out there who just cannot get a job. Listen, when you're calling me, okay, a 3-time loser with 4 fucking felonies, and you know where I can get a job? Whoa. Remember, I'm the big loser from my high school. Didn't take me a hot minute to go to prison after I got out of high school. I went real quick and went back 2 more times. I didn't learn my lesson. I was an addict. I was a fun addict. I like to have fun. If that included alcohol, drugs, women, sex, fast cars, nightclubs, strip bars, full throttle. And this is what I tell you, folks. You're never going to meet anybody like me because I've lived in a penthouse. I've lived in a crack house. I've lived on the only 3 streets to be closed down for crime in the city of Houston. I've lived with a serial killer. I've been kicked off a prison unit, kicked out of Mexico, kicked out of the Boy Scouts. I mean, I can just go on and on and on and on. I was an intractable young man. And when I finally did get some snap, did get some acumen, did get some focus to where I really wanted to learn and educate myself, it was kind of too late for me. So I've struggled, and I continue to struggle. And it's a struggle every fucking day for me. I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, so my sobriety and recovery mean everything to me, because I know how easy it is to just fall off in that rut and just say, fuck it. But I've set goals for myself. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better human for my community. You have to remember, most of my family has disowned me. Oh my God, he's a fucking felon. The guy you grew up with that, you wandered around every summer, every Christmas, every holiday, that guy, that was the crazy motherfucker that you probably shouldn't have had around. Now I'm the guy that you want around. I'm the wise old man who's been through it all. All of it. So remember, your most valuable asset is your signature. So honor it. Safe keep it. Do not give it away just to anybody and everybody. Next time you sign a document, make sure that your name is spelled correctly as it is on whatever it is, your birth certificate, your legal name change decree, order, whatever. And don't budge. Period. If it's in their computer, make them change it. If they print it out and it's wrong, make them change it. Right there on the spot. If they don't, say, I can't do business with you. Got to cancel our appointment. That's on you, because you're trying to put somebody else in here who doesn't exist. And I'm not going to acquiesce to that. So make sure you clean up your act. This is, the whole thing about status correction. This is part of it. Most people don't tell you that. Your signature has a lot to do with it. So that's the most valuable asset. If you want to learn more, we do trust workshops where we talk about trust law, the accounting for trusts, and everything every Saturday at 7 p.m. It's a free live workshop tomorrow night at 7 Central. And LeFlore will be doing it. I will not. I'll be at the Hilton Americas working my ass off doing something for Walmart. It's the Walmart convention again every year. And it is high security at Walmart. Absolutely. You're not walking into the GRB, Marquis Marriott, or Hilton Americas without credentials. All right. Well, I've got to go. I've got a couple errands to run and a couple meetings. And then again, I will be at work tonight at 9 p.m. at the Hobby Center doing the out for Bernadette Peters. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a safe and happy weekend. God bless you all. If you need anything, y'all know how to reach me. Go to the website, fearlessfloydshow.com. Scroll down the bottom. You can get my cell phone number. You can call me 9 to 9 Central Time. You can email me, thefearlessfloydshow@yahoo.com. If you want to get a book for $1, hit me up. I'll send you all the instructions and everything. Your book will go out, if not the same day, the next day. It'll go out media mail. Media mail, inclement weather has everything to do with delivery and logistics. But generally, it takes about 6 to 8 days to get to you. If you've already sent me some silver, all your books have already gone out. You should be receiving them any day, if not. Oh, yeah, let me grab that. Here you go. This is basically what I was talking about. This is the Asset Protection Trust. This is the book. And this is part of the new inventory that I have. So just by comparison, this is an on-trust book. That's the Asset Protection Trust. So you see the difference. Now, tell me what you think about the covers, okay? I mean, are you okay with these covers just being the same, basically, with just different verbiage on them? Or would you like to see something completely different? New color, new format, new font, new everything? Let me know what you think about that. But anyway, we've got a bunch of these new books coming, everything that Ann does. So I will have an inventory ready to go. So hit me up on those if you want, and I'll take care of you. If you want to work out a deal, a barter deal, if you have a product like my boy David, John, and check this out. Remember what I tell you about creating your own flag? Look what somebody created, their own flag. Ta-da! It's even got a little flagpole. It's even got a little thing. Oh, I forget what you call those, but top. But there you go. That's how easy it is to create your own flag. That's simple. So he reached out to me. He's going to get a book with some silver, but he was kind enough to send me some of his products to use. This is a cannabis salve and magic sauce, organic cannabis cream. There you go. And I've been using it. Nice little container. It smells great. And he has all his stuff. It's all packaged, and he's got his seals and symbols and everything he needs. So if you have a product out there and maybe you want to promote it, maybe you need some help selling it, and you want to do an affiliate with me, hit me up. Work it out, because I understand this day and age, everybody's got to have that second hustle, third hustle, fourth hustle to make ends meet, or even to save money. So if I can help you out, you can help me out, and we can work out an amenable deal, then hit me up and we can talk about it. I'm working on a whole bunch of things. As always, it seems to be every day something new piles on my plate, and I have to deal with it and put my other projects off. I still haven't gone through all my paperwork from 2 years ago. Still dealing with that. Have most of it done, but it is what it is. Again, God bless everybody, man. Y'all have a great weekend. If you need anything, hit me up. Hopefully y'all will join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with Ann LeFlore on Trusts Workshop. Everything about trust accounting, and trust law. I don't even know what we're talking about tomorrow. So anyway,